Hello, my desktop publishing students. I have opened up a file called MayChart. So go to your V drive and your classes drive and open up the one called MayChart if you want to follow along. And so what we're going to do here now is, before all you did was explore the different avenues of charts and what the parts were. Now I want to actually create a chart. So I want you to click in cell B6. Hold down your Shift key and click in cell C11. And now you should see your data is selected. All right, the fastest way to make a chart is press function key F11. And there it is. And you say, thank you very much. Okay, there's your chart done. That's all you had to do. Now, if you wanted to change the layout, you could go to layouts and you could change your layout. Choose any one of them. Remember the last time I just had you hover over and look at them. And this time I'm going to do basically the same thing. You don't need to change anything, okay? Now, the chart title, as usual, you got to put the name in, and this will be Cowabunga. Cowabunga, did I spell it right? Yeah, sales, okay? All right, and as I told you before, if you want to color it, go to your Home tab, choose a color, choose a size. I want Calibri. Okay, Calibri, I want about size 18, and I'm going to make it bold and italics, okay? If I want to move it, you know that you can click on the edge and you can move it where you want, okay? So that's your title. All right, now I also showed you that if we click on the series, you see blue handles on every bar, and then if we right click and we say Format Data Series, then you get your format pane here, and you can change your colors, your fills, your borders, whatever you want to change. All right, well, I like the blue color, so I'm not going to change anything because we've done that before. So now remember, if I click on only one bar, the British Columbia bar, and if I say okay, now it's going to say Format Data Point. Remember, when it's all the bars, it's Format Data Series. When it's only one bar, it's Format Data Point, and I'm going to make this one red just so that it stands out for whatever reason. All right, so that's good. That was easy to make a chart, not hard at all. Now, I want you to double click on here and call it column chart, because I'm going to make 2 or 3 more yet. So I want columnly, I spelled it wrong here. Sorry about that. Column chart. Okay. All right, so now I've got column chart. That's good. So now I'm going to go back to Cowabunga Sales, and here I want to insert a chart, okay? So I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Chart. See the charts here? And I want a pie chart, so I'm going to go to just a plain 2D pie, okay? Now, let's just go over this. Let's just call this one Sales, just for the lack of, and I'm not going to do color or anything like that. And again, if you want to move it, you can move it. Now, this is the pie. Now, look here for the chart area. If you come back here, when you click, you automatically, hold on here, I want to get your plot area. Whoa, there's my plot area. You see that? It's a rectangle, and it always is. So now when you go to your pie chart, okay, here you don't see a rectangle, you only see a circle. But if you hover your mouse over here, do you see it says plot area? Click. And now, do you see the rectangle? It's there, okay? Now I'm going to just fill this just for the simple reason to make sure it stands out and you understand what it is. So I'm going to just use a texture fill. Well, even that's fine. So you can see the areas that are the texture is the plot area. Now, remember the chart area. It says Format Chart Area. That's what we're on right now. I'm just going to use a solid fill, not something heavy, dark like that, something light. Okay, so now you can see the chart area, you can see the plot area. Now, this is the pie, and you see all the pieces of the pie are selected. So it says Format Data Series, because all the pieces are selected. Now, just before I go any further, I'm going to make this quite a bit bigger here. Okay, I'm going to click on my pie. Now, if I go here, the whole pie is selected. Okay, so you can see the different things that you can choose. But right now we don't need to change anything, so just leave it as it is, but at least you know. Now, if I only take one piece of the pie, do you see the handle's only on one piece? And if I went to Format and I went to Styles, I could choose a color here, okay? But I don't want to choose that color the same, so I want to go back over here, Format Data Point, Solid Fill, or maybe I'll choose a Gradient Fill just so that you can definitely see the difference there. And I'll choose a darker color that's easier for us to see. Oh, I'm not getting a good color there. Let's go to Solid Fill, and I'll choose yellow. Okay, so you can see that piece that I picked out now very easily. All right, so that's one piece of the pie. If I want to move it out, I could move it out. If I want to move this one out, I can move it out, or I can pull them back. And when you pull them back, they snap together. Okay, I'm going to click off again, click on the pie. Now, if I touch the outside ring here and drag it, I can stretch it out. Okay, so that you can do. All right, so now I want to go over the legend part with you. So let's go to Design and go to Add Chart Element and go to Legend. And right now mine's on the bottom. So you said, oh, let's try the right. So maybe you like it on the right better, or maybe you want to have it on the top. There it is on the top. And then you said, no, I think let's put it back on the right. We like that better. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing is that we want to put data labels on. Now, when we used the bar chart the last time, you liked, the inside end, outside end. But on the pie chart, I'm going to choose best fit. So first of all, I want to go here. I want to go to data labels, and I want to say best fit. So now do you see how they fit on? Now I'm going to click here, and they're all selected. So I want to go to Home, and I want to make them a little bit bigger. So I'm going to say let's go to size 11. So that you can, that's maybe too big, but good enough for this video. So choose size 11. And I'm going to choose a font color green and hope that we can see it. But I think we need a background color. So let's go to Fill, and let's go to Solid Fill. And that's not a bad fill color. Something lighter. Yeah. All right. So now you have got them best fit. And did you see how this one moved over? But I want to show you something. If you had a bunch of little ones, you can drag this out. And if I drag it out a little bit, that's called a leader line. Okay. That's a leader line, just so that it takes your eyes and say, this is the one that we want. But if it's too close, it won't have a leader line. Okay. There. So you can move it where you want. Now you don't see a leader line because it's too close. If I put it here, you won't see the leader line. So just know that that's a leader line. Now the other thing, remember I told you these were sales. So therefore we want to go here. No, I want to go here and go to number. And remember we want to choose accounting with 0 decimal places, but we want the $sign. All right. And so now I've got a $sign. I can read my labels. That's what we want there. All right. So that's a pie chart. That's pretty easy to. Now, when it comes to the data labels, the other thing that you can do is you can, hold on here, label options, okay, under the green here, label options. Now take a look. We have value selected. Do you see that? And it says show leader lines, and I've showed you both of those, so you know what those are. Now I'm going to take the value off and put on %. So right now the format of those labels, remember, is in accounting format. Well, we don't want that, right? We want percentage. So percentage, 0 decimal places, or maybe you want 2 decimal places when it comes to the percent. All right. And so now you should see that you have 2 decimal places. So now we've got percentage. All right. All right. If I take that off and take off percentage and I go back to, you can also have category name, but that wouldn't make sense if you got a legend. Okay. But you can have category name, you can have value, and you can have %. okay? But it gets very clustered. It doesn't look good at all. So I definitely would say take off the category name. And most times you don't want both of those, but you've got to choose whichever one you want. So let's take the value off, put on the percent, and that's good. So you can change what it is that you want illustrated on your pie chart. But if you have a legend, you definitely won't put the category name on. But if you don't have a legend, let's say if we went here and I deleted the legend, okay, if I delete the legend, now I would say to you on my data labels, I would tell you to go to category name and percent. That would be fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Or category name and not percent, but value. But again, we've got to go change the values. Remember, when you're going to use the values, you've got to make sure you choose accounting, and you would want 0 decimal places in this sample. Okay, so you could have that. All right, so it's your choice. So if we said, no, we don't want the category name, then I would say to you, go back to design and go to add chart element and say legend and put it on the right or the bottom, whichever is preference to you. Okay. All right, so that's pretty easy. And then here, if I want to move my plot area just a little bit so that I'm kind of, that it looks good, then that would be fine. And now, if I come down here and I was getting it ready for print, I would check, I would go to File, Print, and take a look. Oh, dear me, we haven't got a preview, so let's hold on here. You guys have run into this issue before, so don't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to click here again, try it one more time. If we get it, great, and if we don't, we're not going to worry about it. Okay, right now I can't get a print preview, so we'll stop there, but I would be getting it ready to print, and you understand that. All right, we'll stop there.